Today I'm going to show you how to crochet this hanging plant. For the materials, we're going to need 3 different skeins of number 4 acrylic yarn in a brown, a dark brown, and a green, and a 4.25mm crochet hook, a tapestry needle, a stitch marker, scissors, and pins are optional, but I think they're helpful for sewing on the leaves. For the first round, we're going to chain 2 and put 6 single crochet into the second chain from the hook, but if you prefer a magic ring, you can also do that. For the next round, we're going to increase in every stitch for a total of 12 stitches. For the third round, we're going to do 1 single crochet followed by an increase for a total of 18 stitches. For the fourth round, we're going to do 2 single crochet and then an increase. For the fifth round, we're going to do 3 single crochet and then an increase. For the last increase round, we're going to do 4 single crochet increase. For the 7th round, we're going to do single crochet in every stitch in the back loops only. And for rounds 8 through 12, we're going to single crochet in every stitch. And this is what the pot should look like when it's done. The soil is made basically the same way that we started the pot. Now we can cut the yarn and fasten off. Now we're going to thread the tail so that we can sew the soil onto the pot. We're not going to sew it closed all the way because we still need to stuff it. After you stuff it and sew the hole closed, this is what it should look like. And finally, we can start the leaves. Before starting the repeat, we're going to chain 5, slip stitch into the 3rd chain from hook, chain 2, slip stitch in the same spot, and then do that once more. And if it doesn't make sense to you, you can slow down the video and just watch what I'm doing very closely. Alright, now we are to the repeat, and we are going to chain 7. It's basically the same thing except we're chaining 7 instead of 5. And then in the 3rd chain from the hook, we're going to slip stitch, and then chain 2, and slip stitch into the same hole, undo that again, so that we have 3 leaves in that spot. And then we are going to slip stitch in the next chain, and then we just repeat that. And for the first one, I have 5 clusters of leaves, and now I'm just going to chain 1 and then cut my yarn. These are all the leaves you're going to need. I have 1 that's 8 clusters long, I have 3 that are 6 clusters long, 4 that are 5 clusters long, and 3 that are 4 clusters long. I hope that made sense. And then just randomly pin them all onto your pot. And after sewing them all on and weaving in all the ends, this is what it looks like. We're going to evenly place 3 stitch markers around the pot, and they will be 12 stitches apart. I know in the beginning I said you only needed 1 stitch marker, and you can just use little scraps of yarn if you'd like. Alright, we're going to take our hook and we're going to put it into the same stitch as one of our stitch markers. And then we're going to take the yarn and pull it through. And now we're going to chain 22. We're going to do this on all the places that had a stitch marker in them, and don't fasten off on the last one. This is what it looks like. Alright, we're going to use this yarn and we're going to slip stitch through both of these chains like this. And once we have them all in one piece like this, we're going to chain 9. And then we're going to slip stitch through the bottom to make a little loop that we can hang this from. Alright, if you are happy with your plant, you can totally leave it like this, but I like to add this little tassel on the bottom. So I'm going to show you how to do that now. I feel like this part's a little hard to explain, so just try and watch what I'm doing. I'm going to double up the yarn 3 times, like this. And on one side, I'm going to have 3 loops on my finger, and the other one will be some loops, some ends. And now we can cut this to the length of the rest of them. Alright, I'm going to stab my crochet hook through this first round, and then I'm going to grab these 3 loops of the tassel and pull them through. And then I'm going to take those ends and pull them through the loop. And now we can clip the ends off.